Starting on the brake lines right now. Get up under here, and this is gonna be this side. I'll bring it across the front cross member. Already got this side, so you'll kind of see what it's like. But I'm gonna do like that. That's what we're doing right now. Just bending brake lines, flaring them. I wish I had a better flare kit or flare tool, but I'm just doing with the old school hand ones. We got the leaf springs off. Gonna throw these bushings in there. And you can see they're just falling out already. So luckily we're swapping them. Gonna knock these space or these little, what do you call these? Knock them out. Put the new ones in. And same thing with this side. Just gotta pull these old ones out. They're a little stuck in there, but as you can tell, they're pretty shot out, ready to be changed. But yeah, gonna swap these out, and we still got the other one to do, so we're just gonna do one side at a time with the old school, putting the jack underneath there, taking one off, and then putting it back on. I'm getting leaf springs on here, and show you my little setup. I have to have the leaf springs bolted to the axle. Now I'm putting pressure on the axle to bend the leaf springs, as I have a block right here, and see how it's leaning, because it starts over here leaning and then it goes this way, and it gets just close enough to put this shackle in, and then the shackle you gotta freaking hold it in while putting your other side on there, and that's not very easy. So I put a clamp on there to hold it tight while I'm putting a bolt on there, and so it's not very easy. So now I gotta let it down. Whoa, I let it down a little bit. That scared me. So yeah, I gotta let it down a little bit to take this out, and then now I could put the other nut on the back now that it's not right here by the pipe. But yeah, kind of a sketchy situation. The other side, I was real sketchy yesterday doing it, but today I'm just taking my time on doing this one. Man, I didn't finish up yesterday because I had to watch Nathan, and then the little guy got hurt, so it was just ended the day after he got hurt. But yeah, so getting these leaf springs on here today. But yep, new bushings in there now. Now they got a lot of pressure on them. It's a 6 pinion angle, I believe I told myself it was, which I'll probably put it at the 6 and check it again before welding it. So yeah, just gotta set this so we can weld these shackles on here, and after that it's pretty much moving on to putting the brakes on and finish running the brake lines. I gotta run the back brake line. I gotta take this old cruddy one off here, and I got a new one for it. So taking that off, I got the front brake lines done the other day, so they're already all ran nice and around, out of the way of everything. All right guys, been a few days. I got the brake lines all ran. Nice new brake lines all the way from master to the rear to the front. Kind of just did it like I did the 41. Put a nice little mount, and did the brake lines nice around the leaves. Everything's welded down here on the saddles, centered, bolted up. I got the shock mount on here. Let's see, got the shock mount on there. Just gotta put the shock on. It's a little extended right now, so I can't get them on there. But it's coming into an issue with the drive shaft now. The drive shaft's all the way in right there, so I'm gonna have to shorten it, because I don't think that's even gonna fit. Even if I were to preload the springs down, I don't think it would fit back on. But yeah, so we're gonna have to shorten it to there, and then maybe even a little bit, just so, well, yeah, just so it has some play in the front. It won't be completely smashed out. I don't even know how this is on there. I mean, that's all the way in right there. I mean, this should have been damaging the tranny. But I was just looking at the old saddles, and it looked like maybe one of them was like to the front, so that means the rear end was kind of crooked in there probably as well. But now they're all centered, so I think it's with the new bushings as well, it's keeping it pulled forward more. So yeah, that's the next project. Is looks like we're gonna be shortening the drive shaft a good at least inch and a half to get some play in it. But yep, things that we run into. Can you see the master in there? There's the master. Hoses all, or lines all ran. Yep. So all brake lines are ran on it. I'm just dealing with a few leaks. I had some leaks up in here where I couldn't reach to get it tight, real tight, but it looks to seem like it's stopped now. It's all dry. And then I'm having a issue with this crush washers here not wanting to seal. I might have to swap them out for the other ones that they came with. I was thinking these ones would work better, but it's not wanting to seal. It just keeps dripping little drips, but it looks like it might be sealed now. I did the old trick of tightening it, hitting it with a hammer, tightening it, hitting it with a hammer, tightening it, hitting it with a hammer. Did that a few times, so it should be nice and crushed and tight. Did that to both sides, so making progress. So now we can yeah, we're just gonna wait to see if we got any more leaks pop up and shorten that drive shaft while we're waiting to see any leaks pop up. Shouldn't be too hard of a job to do. It's pretty much, I just cut this piece back off, cut it back a little bit, weld it back on. Most time they come out perfectly level, if not better than before, most people tell me. So got the drive shaft all painted up. We shortened it. Hopefully it works. We got a new U-joint. So new U-joint, it's a little tight. Hopefully it wears in. But a new U-joint, shortened the drive shaft. Probably way too much. Hopefully not too much, but yeah, quite a bit. Didn't want to fit back on, so I just said I'd trim it, and then I noticed that it wasn't on this correctly, so hopefully it gets back to where it's right where it needs to be. And today we're in the dark because I'm about to take off the tarp. You can't see it or not, but maybe you can see it. Yeah, you can see through it. It's about to rip. It's a cheap Harbor Freight tarp, 200 and something dollars, I think, or 100 and something dollars. But it's about to rip, so I went the other day and they said I have till the 9th, so today's the 5th, so I'm about to pull it all down. Alright guys, back on the 53 today. Haven't been out here. As you can tell, I don't have a cover on my thing right now. It took a shit, so haven't been out here. It's been hot, but today I'm out here trying to make sure all the brakes aren't leaking. I had a few brake leaks that just have been really stubborn, mainly this front one up here. I'll show you real quick. This this front brake hose up in here has just been continuously leaking. I've already gone through this is my second pair of crush washers, and I've just had to keep on cranking on it and cranking on it to hope it seals. Didn't seal. I had to take it off this morning, or I think it was this last night, yesterday evening. I took it off and I fixed up the actual caliper itself. It had like a little bit of like the casting was a little messed up, so I had to take it and kind of sand it and then scratch it to where it got the ridges in it again, because I think the casting was just messed up. But yeah, so I'm waiting for that to seal up. You can see the brake master's on there. I gotta refill that front again, that front, back. Did my nice little lines in here. You can see I need to clean this motor up still, clean the wheels up, they're nice. But yeah, so I'm jumping on the gas tank real quick because I thought it was empty. It wasn't starting. It was giving me a hard issue of not wanting to start. It was fire and then turn off, fire and turn off. So I was thinking it was empty, out of gas. So I was like, well, it's out of gas. I might as well jump in the tank and see what's going on with this gas gauge. But it looks brand new. That's practically literally brand new. So I'm hoping it was just this wiring setup that they had on it. Whatever, we're gonna fix it up. I got some different ones here. I got a new ground wire to put in because the old ground wire is just janky. You got pieces, all just pieces to pieces to pieces, you know, too much. So we're gonna get rid of that and make a new ground. Like I said, this is the old piece that was on here, and yeah, I don't know if it broke off there or what, but it looks like it just broke off. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw that in the trash and grab a new one, make a new one on there, and see if it works before I put it back in there. Hopefully it works, and hopefully the gauge works. That's the main thing. Hopefully it was just the wiring issue back here with grounds, and that power wire maybe not making the right correct connection. But yeah, I'm gonna get that done. I'll show you guys when I get back all done back in, and hopefully it starts. If not, I gotta work on why it's not starting. Alright, so it's going pretty good. Super bright white. I got one corner done so far. We gotta do one more corner and then go on from there. But wow, that is so bright. Did not expect it to be that bright. And you can see through the red. You can see the red coming through. But it's not bad. I could probably just do a second coat. We'll see how good I get with the, how far I get with one can so far. I've only gotten like maybe a third of it down so far. So we'll see how far I get. I got 2 of these cans. They are, I think, like 30 bucks at Walmart. So I think they're 39 or something like that at Walmart. But we'll see how many I get. That's why I just want to start from the front of the tarp and come back, because I'm not really worried if I get this back section, because I think that back section is going to land on the roof. And we're going to actually pull this the frame all the way to the fence this time, and then the whatever's extra tarp we're going to cover all the way to the roof. So yeah, gonna be all right. But yeah, getting it done, painting my tarp white. Just got it done painted, so it's all painted, folded up. Now I don't know if I want to try to drag it up there at 10 o'clock at night or just put it away and do it tomorrow. We'll see. I got it all polished up. Get some shiny. Really shiny. Really shiny. It's pretty darn good. Yep, pretty shiny. You can barely see the little patches down at the bottom. Little rust spots that I sprayed. Barely see them. Right there. You can tell a little bit on this front fender that I sprayed it, but whatever. It is what it is. But it's all cleaned up. But the parking brake, I think, cable is hitting the drive shaft again, just like it was on Robert's. So I'm gonna check it out and then go over a few other things and get ready to send it home. It's driving pretty good. I got this guy pull up as I pulled in for test driving a minute ago. It's like, that thing hauls ass. So it's doing pretty good. All right, guys, I got her cleaned up yesterday, looking really good. But now I'm working on it again. So the engine bay is all cleaned up already. Everything's topped off and stuff. It's looking really good, like body wise, window wise, all that. It's looking really good. You can see the little sparkle on it all back here where the, see the where the clear coat ends and the paint right there. And you can see that good. There you go. But so I'm doing the top now. I texted her yesterday and she said she's not ready for it to come home, so I'm just gonna keep working on it, I guess. But I wet sanded the roof right here to 1,000 grit, or 1,000 grit. You can see like the fine scratches of the 1,000 grit. It could probably be sanded to like 5,000 or 3,000 and polished better with better polishing wheels. I only have a fine polishing wheel at the moment, but yeah, that looks a lot better though. Let's see if you can tell. Let's see, climb up here on the ladder. Yeah, you can tell the difference. 1,000 grit polish to nothing done over there. All this side's probably not going to turn out too good, and that corner back there ain't going to turn out too good. It has a lot of like paint chipping and like burn through already, so yeah, those are going to come out as they are, whatever they come out to, but at least it's going to look better than faded. Just keep taking for little test drives around further and further. Today I'll probably take one down the highway later and just see how good it drives down the highway, like long period of time. Make sure no shaking and anything like that, or weirdness with the car drifting. The steering's pretty tight right now. It's a little slack in there, but I mean, it's old steering, so it's converted from whatever they took it off of onto here, so it has some funky stuff going on, but it's pretty good. It's a lot better than before, where this was falling off. The pitman arm was falling off, and the bolt was loose on there, so those are all tight now. The locking washer's crushed, so it's tight enough that the locking washer's crushed. I filled the power steering fluid up a little bit ago, so it should be working a little better. I filled the tranny up all the way yesterday. I thought I just needed like a little bit. It ended up needing like almost 2 quarts, and that's not what came out of it. So today, this morning, I painted the under rockers there, so now they kind of match the little patches that I did everywhere. They're not all rusty under there, so when you see it from afar, it's not gonna look too bad, and it can keep it from rusting anymore. I haven't done anything inside. I just wiped it down. The fuel gauge is working, but it's not. Let's see, like right now it has 10 gallons in it, about maybe a little bit less than 10 gallons, so that should be about a half a tank or more. And see, it's only going up to a little bit above E, so I'm sure when I fill it up it'll go up to like a quarter tank maybe, but yeah, so it's not moving all the way. So we gotta get a different sending unit. I already told her. I said maybe next time she brings it in, we'll get a different sending unit and put a different sending unit in there. It's just, this one's a 0 to 16. It's not very powerful. The one it needs is a 0 to 90. So I looked it up. It's like 30 bucks. We'll get that next time she comes in, maybe to do some other stuff, because I think I'm gonna have her do the spark plug wires, and shocks, all those next, because that will all help the ride and the motor run a lot better. So the oil change is obviously a lot better running now. The oil that came out of it was straight sooty and black and chunky. It wasn't good for the motor. Now it's loving that fresh oil. All right, guys, so finished up the 53 today. It's all polished on the roof now. Everything else is polished and shiny. Roof looks really good now, though. Roof looks a lot better anyways. But yeah, she's done. I don't know what's leaking down here. I think the power steering's starting to leak now. But I need to take her home because I've had it way too long. So I'm gonna go home on Sunday. Today's Friday. So I guess I'll look into what's leaking, but I know it's not the brakes. But it may be the power steering, I think, because yeah, something was dripping down. I wiped it up and I was under there looking at it. I couldn't really see, but it's like a fitting on the power steering thing might be leaking, but we'll figure that out later, another time. She needs a lot more work on this thing. For right now, it's a driver. It stops, it goes. And yeah, so sent a payment on today. Sends another payment tomorrow, and it goes home Sunday. Yeah, way too cheap on this job. I did a lot of work, did the whole rear end, redid it all. New brakes, new brake lines all the way from the back to the front. Both front brake lines new master, new disc brakes, painted the whole underside. Leaf springs have new bushings. Drive shaft, 1 new U-joint, shortened the drive shaft almost 1.5 inches. Polished the complete whole car, wet sand the bad spots, did the roof, yeah, touched up all the black paint all underneath here, everything. Really good deal on that. I don't even want to tell you guys, so you guys will laugh. I'm gonna jump on my dad's truck and get it going, as well as a couple of my own projects. This is the end, guys.